My name is Mohammed Bary. My wife is Aisha Bary, and we are originally from Sri Lanka. We moved in 2000 with the family for my daughter's eye treatment, and then also followed up with education and things like that. So we got treatment in New York, and it was well and good. After that, we moved to Ohio, basically for the schools here, and New Albany, which is rated 10 out of 10, going on good. My daughter is very good AB grade student, and no problem in her education or anything like that. But lately she had got involved with a group of people who are called Evangelical group, and then basically there's a pastor who is involved locally in Columbus, Ohio. They have indoctrinated my daughter and taken away from our home. This happened last month, since she was taken all the way to Orlando, Florida.
When did you find out that she has become Christian?
Well, if I go back to my memory, when she was 14 years, when she wanted to do some babysitting, she put age, everything, and then she said, "I'm a Christian," and that was the first one. But like 1 year ago, my son came and told me that she was going around the school with the Bible, trying to convince other kids. And that's when I spoke to her, me and my wife, we spoke to her and told her not to do this because it's not right to do this in school. She said she's not going to do anymore. But about 3-4 months later, previously, and then she had written something on the Facebook, and one of my friends saw it. And then he called and told me and what's going on. And then we asked about that Facebook thing. She said it's long before, not now, and things like that. But she covered it. But we knew it was already there, and we knew that she was in it. But we didn't kind of force anything on her. So one time she said, "Mom, I'm not what did she say? I'm not stupid to go away with random people." But when we heard all that, and then she said, "All my friends are 21. I won't take that laptop away." But then I thought, this is something she needs to, do her homework and all that. And I just kept it and said, "Rifqa, it's part of it is my fault, that I should have taught you."
Of this whole thing, right now she's accusing you. She's saying all these bad things about you and your family. In her words, she's disowned you. She doesn't want to live with you anymore. Why are you fighting this whole thing?
Being she is not an adult, she's a minor, and these folks has definitely planned to take her out from Ohio. She cannot go by herself. She said she hitchhiked. I don't believe so. Even though she's 17, she looks like 12 or 13-year-old. I don't think anyone will give a ride to that small girl in a car to take like a hitchhike. And where from my home to the north end of the Greyhound bus terminal, at least 20 miles. And not only that, I feel that basically they kind of taught her what to say and coached her, and she's afraid. So that's the reason why I like to help her out, because I want her to know that I have no problem in whatever faith she has. That's not the issue here. We came in as a family and want to have her as a part of our family. She can practice whatever she believes in my house. I have no problem. We continuously said that, and I will be doing so. I have no problem in that. And after all, she's a small young girl. We love her. We want her as a family. And my wife, we all were kind of disheartened for what happened. We couldn't believe why she left, first of all.
Why are you crying? What are you scared of? Why she left you?
I want home. We miss her every single day, every single minute.
My other fear is that she's a young girl. I know that there have been several cases. This Global Revolutionary Church has used teenagers to get their dirty work done. So I don't want Rifqa to be a victim in this.
You're scared that they are going to use your child?
Definitely, no question about it. Definitely, there's no question about it. This is the saddest part, because she has to go to college. She wanted to go to good college, and she's a 3.5 GPA student, and she was looking for good colleges and things like that. And I want her to stand on her own. She has a lot to do in her life before they indoctrinate this sort of thing. First she hated her friends and then the family. I mean, this can happen to anyone. See, now a girl from Ohio went into Florida. If they do this kind of thing, even from the Florida, then what will happen to other people? If somebody goes like that, they'll never see their child again. I'm sorry to say this. We lost our child, and they're putting false allegations by teaching her what to say, and this is not right. And I'm sure this should not happen to anyone else. What we are going through, I honestly pray that this shouldn't happen to anyone else, because we know the sufferings what we are going through right now. When we were trying to look for my daughter for more than 2.5 weeks, myself and everybody and the police were looking for my daughter, and we had no clue where she was, where she is, and whether she's alive. Nothing, but only confidence that we had was the police told us, don't worry, she is alive, she is safe, don't worry. But we didn't know. And at that point, police was also almost about to arrest Brian Williams, a pastor. He got his license recently, and they basically told him, if this girl doesn't show up in the next 3 days, we'll have to get a court order and arrest you. That's when this pastor in Orlando called the police and told the authorities that Rifqa is there. But at that same time, this Brian Williams calls my son and tells him, look, I am the pastor who baptized Rifqa, and look, if your sister comes home, your parents will be in big trouble. And we couldn't figure out what he's trying to say. I mean, we lost our daughter, and then it's basically like kidnapping. And he and the pastor in Orlando are Facebook friends, which we saw. And for 2.5 weeks, my daughter was in his home. He's an adult who's 21 and above, and keeping a minor. I don't see nothing happening to him at all so far.
So did they file any case against him that he was keeping a minor without custody right in his home?
Nothing so far. Not that to my knowledge.
There is no case filed?
Nothing to my knowledge. And the same pastor comes with my daughter and put false allegations basically to get my daughter. And one more thing I like to cover is this. When I went to that courthouse, there was a complaint made by the attorney from their side that there were 2 calls made from Rifqa to the children's services. Immediately I called, the courthouse called Ohio Children's Services and said, there's no allegations like that, no, nothing. And the police said no problem.
She says that my parents are very devout Muslims, and they're gonna kill me, and they have to because it's in Quran. How do you explain yourself and her fear of being afraid of you? How do you say it?
Let me show you something. That's this one. Look at this. How many Muslim families will send their children for this cheerleading in this dress? You can check it out yourself. Nobody. Might not impose on my children. So they were free to do what they wanted to do. And this is another one with the group. Yes. Okay. And this Rifqa here, right here. So this is taken in 2008. So I didn't impose anything on my daughter. There's no problem.
About Sri Lanka? Sri Lanka is Muslim country or what?
Sri Lanka is a Buddhist country. Majority are Buddhist. We are only 7% there. I went to a Christian Catholic school, St. Aloysius College, and in the morning we had to say the Christian prayers there. And we have church there, mosques, temple, you name it. And we all are together. There's no problem there.
So it's not the first time that you are living with Christians, or you are seeing Christianity? My
best friend is a Christian. His name is Gary Abbott. He's from Atlanta, Georgia. I know him for more than 20 years. Most of the friends I deal with, my business colleagues, they are all Christians. They love me. They feel sorry for what has happened.
So what would be your message for Rifqa?
I want you to come back home because I have only one daughter.
What are you scared of? What will happen to your daughter?
No, she don't need to be scared.
What are you scared of? What will happen to her if she doesn't come back?
I don't know what's going to happen to her because I want her back home.
I hope, Rifqa, you understand the seriousness of it, and we love you. That's all. You are welcome anytime. Whatever happened is the past is gone. Don't worry.